Tony, could you kind of summarize your note and the responses? And your take on the responses?
Let me start by, after the last board meeting, RTS submitted some information in response to the board's request. And I met with the applicant on, I believe it was March 19th. Steve Brown and Bob Hittinger attended. At that meeting, we discussed the points of the waiver request, some concerns, technical concerns that I had and how they've been addressed. Also, there was a package submitted kind of in conjunction with that meeting, specifically about how the property owners would be informed of the loading facilities, the infiltration facilities on their lots, which is a big item for me, is that the owners realize what kind of facilities are on their lots, and acknowledge that they're there, and acknowledge that they have to be maintained. After the review of those documents submitted on April 19th meeting, I issued a letter, kind of a minor letter as Alex pointed out, and based on a response, I think that I'm satisfied that all the technical aspects have been settled. I believe that the property owners will be given adequate notification, face-to-face meeting I even asked for. So I think that Keystone has addressed all the technical issues to date. Also, the concerns we have about how long these facilities will be maintained. They'll be maintained for 4 years after they're constructed. They have facilities in there to make sure that they work. If they don't work, Keystone has to either repair them or actually replace them. But the bottom line is that they will work before they're accepted. I also asked in my letter that some specific details about the actual mechanical designs, etc., be part of any kind of waiver request that the board wants to grant on this, that those kind of details will be worked out in the design, and Keystone has agreed to that. So at this point, I'm satisfied with the technical aspects of the project.
Any questions for Tony?
Tony, who maintained, you said maintained by Keystone for all years, or was it 4-year guarantee?
There's a 4-year guarantee on the facilities. The maintenance of the facilities after that point would be the HOA for the road, the facilities would be along the road, and on the lots, the requirements of the maintenance falls on the property owner, but the fallback position is the property owner doesn't maintain them, the HOA will maintain them. So we've kind of built in a couple of layers of protection that these facilities will be maintained. What we have found is that if these facilities function well for 1, 2, and 3 years, that they'll continue to function. That's one of the reasons I asked for that extended warranty.
Tony, I can't disclose what the nature of the problems are, but I got a couple of phone calls. I directed them to Steve and about Keystone having the Fox Chase facility, which is more suitable to a couple of people complaining about. I think the weather this winter has exposed some serious issues, and I've always felt along that Fox Chase was more suitable for the housing on the out there. And if something's not working there, I'm hard pressed to understand how it's going to work right here. I can't say any more than that until I find out exactly the nature of it, go down and check it out. If I have a time once he's done talking to Steve, I'm going to go down and talk to a couple of citizens about what the nature of the problems are. So,
well, one of the very important things about any facility that's above ground, and they generally be the ones in the lot, is the vegetation rate. And when I had indicated about the period of the guarantee, I coordinated that with Jessica Benjamin. It usually takes a year and a half, 2 or 3, up to 3 years to get the kind of meadow grasses, your deep-rooted meadow grasses established in these facilities. They're very important. I'm not exactly sure about the Fox Chase. I haven't heard any issues there. But I'll pick a project Medford Farms, not constructed by Keystone, where we have 23 of these facilities. We have a good establishment of a meadow, and I don't think that I've heard one complaint about those in 3 years. So I know that they have a track record of working with the ground suitable, which it is on the site, and that the vegetation growth will be established. Which again, within that 4-year period, it will be established.
Are those basins of the other subdivision on open space, or are they on public, or are they on their lots?
Stonecroft, Lambourne, and Fox Chase, which are other Keystone projects, and Medford Farms, which are not, they're on the open spaces.
Open space, so the homeowner association takes care of it.
Correct. The township does have some facilities on individual lots. And in the last, Steve, I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, the last 4 or 5 years, I haven't heard of any on-lot facilities that haven't been working. There was some concerns on some of the older facilities that some homeowners actually fill them in. And again, that's why I want that face-to-face meeting with the homeowners and their acknowledgement that these facilities are on the lots, and they're aware of it and they'll maintain them. One of the biggest frustrations I face, even with facilities in the open space, is the lot owners indicating they were never told by the developer that these facilities would be in the open space. And that is a frustrating thing to deal with, because you show them the recorded plan, yet they indicate that they were never told about it. I think in this case, again, that's why I kind of insisted on that face-to-face meeting.
Well, this may be what's happening now, I'm gonna find out, but I don't feel comfortable, going further on until I see, one, what the problem is, and two, how the response to Keystone is to this other. Like I said, it was just an off thing, but it's a couple people, and I think, again, we got a strong different winter that, and we're gonna expose some problems that might get exposed next year, and people rightfully won't want to wait 3 years if they're flooding or if something's not working in their house. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, if I may, Mr. Nelson, Fox Chase is still in progress. And to my knowledge, only one out of approximately, I believe it's 17 infiltration areas, has been permanently seeded and planted. The others have not even been done yet.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's,
I'll find out.
that's
I'm
where
gonna
the
talk to
problem lies, is that we have not planted, seeded, planted, and converted them yet into the permanent.
And that may be the answer to it,
areas.
and I'll find out and I'll let him know, but I gotta see it first, he's gotta talk to Steve first. But my concern is that I'm afraid that if someone's exposed now to this, that someone here, which I feel is a more sensitive area than Fox Chase.
Is there any other questions, Bob? Phil?
Yes. For Keystone, if this loading ratio did not get approved, what would that do to your plans?
We would have to significantly modify them to convert to a more conventional layout of infiltration facilities, which we're really trying to not do on this project, because as I think we talked about somewhat the concept last week or last month, that would start to concentrate all of the stormwater, runoff to essentially 3 portions of the site. So it would significantly reduce probably the number of lots that we'd be looking at. I can't say, I don't know.